I'm Jackie, the Sewing Pastor's Wife, and thanks for stopping by my new channel. Well, at least new to making videos, because I set it up like in May of 21 and never did anything but watch other people's sewing videos. Today's the day, y'all. I'm making my first video, so bear with me. But what inspired me to start making videos? Well, actually, there's more than one thing, a couple things. So like a lot of people, when COVID hit, I picked up a hobby, sewing. Now, sewing's been something I've wanted to do, dabbled in my whole life. My mom and my grandmother, they used to sew a lot. They sewed a lot of clothes for me. My mom made me some Halloween costumes, I'll try to find a picture of the one I'm thinking of. She made me a flapper costume when I was like in second grade. And I'll put that in if I can. But I grew up around sewing. And then my whole married life, I've had a sewing machine. I'm just not very good. My mom, my grandmother, they could sew all kinds of stuff. I didn't inherit that ability. I just inherited the ability to want to. So anyway, when COVID hit, I started watching sewing videos. Y'all, I had no idea that there was this whole world of sewing videos out there. Oh my goodness. I've learned so much. I've had so much inspiration from watching the things that people have made and watching their triumphs, their challenges. And then somewhere I became aware of hashtag Friday Sews. So if you're not aware of it, but I bet you already are, but Friday Sews was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and I'll put her link in the description. But she's built this entire community of sewists who come together and share on Fridays about their week in the life of their sewing and what they made, what they're working on, what they're planning on working on. I love it. And they share a little bit about their lives, what's going on outside of their sewing. So I've loved it, and I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to do that. I thought it would be so much fun, but I also feel like I don't have a lot to offer because I'm not very good. Then I realized, you know what? If I force myself to make videos, it's going to keep me accountable, and it's going to make me put in the reps and get some practice of sewing, because I'm going to want to have something to talk about on Friday Sews. So that's part of the reason. And then about a month ago, our friends, they're moving out of their house. They're moving into a fifth wheel while they're building a house. And so she's getting rid of a lot of stuff. And she said, hey, would you mind storing a couple of my machines? And I was like, oh, absolutely. Of course, I'd love to. I want to help you out. I will safeguard them with my life, build walls of protection around them, because it's not, just a cheap machine like what I have. And she said, no, you've got to use it. I need you to use it because it can't just sit there for all that time. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And then, so I got it and I set it up, and I was like, oh my word. Now I know why people, spend the money on the machines. So I love this thing. And I think it's going to help me a lot with my knits, because I actually love sewing knits, but they're tricky in a sewing machine. They get all jammed down in the thing and you rip it, or at least that's me. Maybe it's somebody else. But anyway, she gave me this to babysit. And then inside this cute little cabinet is her Elna sewing machine that she got when she was 18 years old. And she turns 53 this year. So it's that old, and which is not that old because I am also 53. But I love this sewing machine. It's fabulous. It's so different than my cheap sewing machine. So anyway, I can't wait to really get into sewing on that. So anyway, that definitely re-inspired me to start sewing and getting my stuff out again. And then yesterday I was watching YouTube videos, and one of the things in my recommended video came up, and it was Donna from Donna's Things. I'll put the link in the description. But I noticed that she had her first Friday Sews video. And so I watched it, and she just inspired the heck out of me. So thank you, Donna. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm absolutely going to do this. I don't care if anybody watches it at all. This is just a good record for me to document my journey. And it's a good way to keep me accountable, because I'm going to feel like I need to do this. So the way Friday Sews works is, I think I talked about this. I can't remember, because honestly, this is about my 110th take here. But we talk about what we're working on and what we want to work on. in our life. So what I am working on right now is, I started this before I got the serger, and I had all kind of problems with my fabric going down into the black hole there with the feed. I don't know what it's called. I know they're feed dogs, whatever that hole is. I don't know what you call it. But anyway, my fabric kept going down there, and I've ripped it. There's holes in my fabric. I ended up, excuse me, I dropped a piece on the floor. So my first thing that I'm working on right now, I started this before I got the serger, and I made all kind of mess with it in the sewing machine because the fabric kept going down into the hole there where the needle, what is that called? I can't think. I don't know anything right now when I've got the camera on my face. But anyway, this is one of the tiers. This is going to be a Styla Parker. It's a cute sheared tunic length shirt, and it's soft as butter. It's this is DBP, and super excited to start getting it finished on the nice serger here instead of my sewing machine. But can't wait to get that done. Now, I should have started with what I'm wearing. This is the first knit shirt that I made. It's a Laundry Day tee from Love Notions, which, y'all, that was an amazing thing to me, finding out about all these companies, which now I'm like, well, duh, they're everywhere. But I only knew of the big four, and I didn't realize there was a whole nother world out there of these indie pattern companies, and they make some amazing things. So Love Notions was one of the first ones I tried. I don't know why, can't remember why I picked them, but this is a Laundry Day tee. It's a free pattern when you sign up for their Facebook group or join their Facebook group, which you definitely should. I'll put a link to that in the description as well, but it's a cute shirt. I'll put a picture in here because I'm not standing up because I'm wearing some really baggy sweatpants that will do this no justice whatsoever. But this shirt, oh my goodness, it's the first knit thing I've made, and the whole neckband thing, no, that's my tank top. The neckband thing, oh my word, about gave it all up. So I did this neckband like 5 times. It was too long, it was too short, it was too not right. But anyway, on the 5th try, it fit, everything was great, until I realized that I had sewed it on backwards. You see the seam there? And I was like, no, I cannot do this again. I cannot. So anyway, I made it. I love it. I wear it anyway. I don't care. I'm really proud of it because it's like the first knit thing I've ever made, because knit was like this big mystery, scary thing to me. And so when I made my first knit t-shirt, I was like so excited. So anyway, I'm looking forward to making some more of these. I had one other one that I started, and something, I don't remember what happened, but I completely tore that thing up. So I only have one Laundry Day tee. I've made a few other things and knit, and I like working with knit a lot, so I'm really excited to have this. So anyway, I'm working on the Styla Parker, and then I, because I have now this nice sewing machine, sorry, I'm leaning over to get the fabric. I was going to make an Easter dress, but that did not happen. So anyway, what I do want to make, I want to go back to woven a little bit, and I want to make the Montana midi dress from Style Arc. And it looks like a wonderful dress to wear like in the summer. Just, it's comfy, it's roomy. I can't wait to get it made. But I got this sheet at the Goodwill, I don't know, probably right when I first started thinking about sewing again, because I wanted to have some stuff to practice on. But this sheet is like, I think it's from Target originally. It is so soft. So I'm going to try making that Montana midi out of this, and we'll see what happens. Barely have enough. It's a twin size sheet, and the good thing is I'm 5 feet tall, so I'm having to shorten the pattern so much because it's definitely not a midi on me. It's like floor length. But once I do that, I should have enough fabric. It's going to be close, but I have enough fabric. Okay, so I want to work on that. I'm not going to be doing all this in the next week, I can tell you. I'm just telling you this to keep me accountable. So the next thing I have is my granddaughter Eloise. I told her I would make her a dress for her in her American Girl doll that's not American Girl doll because it came from Target. It's much cheaper than American Girl doll, but just as cute. So I told her I'd make her dress and took her to the fabric store. I took her to Joann, and this is what she picked. Not a fabric I would have picked, and I'm a little scared about working with something so that looks like it needs to be matched. Anyway, Eloise probably won't notice, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm going to try that. I'm going to make her the everyday play dress from love notions, and I promise they're not the only pattern company that I'm interested in, but I do have a lot of their things. Sorry, I'm making the table shake. So I'm going to make that everyday play dress, and then they have a matching doll pattern that goes with it. And then my next thing was my friend that gave me this fabric, or gave me this sewing machine, also gave me some fabric. She gave me this adorable little bee fabric. It's like a creamy off-white, like a creamy yellow maybe, a background, and there's a little girl at church who's kind of like our adopted granddaughter, and I'm gonna make her a little dress. I can't remember the pattern name. I can't remember what it is, but when I finally get around to it, I will share that with you. But that's what I'm looking forward to in the near future. As far as my personal life, I'm just watching to see, because my husband's about to come home. I'm so trying to get this done before he does. So I'm a pastor's wife, as you can tell from my title, Sewing Pastor's Wife. And my husband and I have been married for 33 and a half years. And we've been in full-time ministry that whole time. And currently he is the lead pastor of a church, non-denominational church in Westmoreland, Tennessee, which is a small rural town about an hour north of Nashville. And we moved here from Orlando, so that was a bit of a culture shock, but here we are. We live in a town where there's no McDonald's, no Walmart. We do have Taco Bell and a Sonic and a Hardee's and 3 Mexican restaurants. No McDonald's. I just want a McDonald's Diet Coke. That's all I want. Just McDonald's. Is that too much to ask? Apparently it is. But anyway, so we live here. I love the ministry life. I love being a pastor's wife. And a lot of times being the pastor's wife is the reason I'm not sewing, because there's always a lot going on, especially right now. This is a really busy season because it's Easter in a couple of days. And it's been wild trying to get ready, because I volunteer as the graphics designer. Don't know anything about that either. Social media person. I do the website. I do like print stuff that goes out in the church, whatever. So it's been a busy couple of weeks getting things ready, getting the church spruced up, the church, the digital side spruced up. So that's been really fun. But a lot anyway, so I use that as an excuse frequently about why I'm not sewing. So y'all don't let me use that excuse. Keep me accountable, okay? So we have 4 kids. 3 of them are grown and married. Our boys live in Orlando, where we're from, and they have families. Between them, they have 5 of my grandkids. And then my daughter Madison lives nearby. She's a pastor's wife in Lebanon, Tennessee, and they have 2 kids. Eloise is the one that I'm sewing that dress for. And then my daughter Emma is, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen her on there. You'll actually have seen Eloise too. She's in there. I'll link my Instagram as well. I haven't been very good about Instagramming, but I'm going to do better. So Emma's a high school senior. She's about to graduate, and we have homeschooled our kids for their lives. And I am so excited about graduation because I'll be done homeschooling. Yes, I made it. I have a lot of gray hair though. You can't see it. I color it. But anyway, we homeschooled, and I love the ministry life. I love to watch sewing videos, and now I'm going to love making them, and I'm going to be sewing a lot more. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you, and I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let me, can I just encourage me? Just give me a little bit of encouragement to let me know that you're not completely crazy from sewing projects and that haven't gone the way they're supposed to. And let me know I'm not the only one that has problems, especially with these neck bands. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you, hanging out with you. So, all right, that's it for this Friday Sews. Thanks for watching.